Hey guys, I'm making this video today because I have a topic that I want to address, and namely that topic is actually requested by one of my viewers, and I thought that was an incredible suggestion for a topic. So I'm gonna go for it and talk to you about what symptoms I'm currently living with 10 years since being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. What symptoms do I have as leftovers of previous relapses, of symptom progression, of disease progression, and all that wonderful stuff that MS brings us. So, the video starting now. So before I begin this video, I want to start off by saying that I know very well that everyone's multiple sclerosis symptoms and disease progression are very different from person to person. And also note the fact that from day one of diagnosis, even though my disease had been active for some years before that, and so much so that I had 25 lesions when I got diagnosed, from day one, I've been following the disease-modifying treatment prescribed to me by my doctors, and I have diligently stuck to it ever since. And I guess I can be grateful to the treatment for not allowing for my disease to progress any further. Starting with the first category, the symptoms that I live with on a daily basis from the moment that I step out of my bed to the moment that I go to bed at night. And the main one of these symptoms, as I've already addressed in several videos, will be the tremors. I have tremors from the moment that I wake up, and if I have to reach for my phone to switch off the alarm, my arm will be shaking very intensely to the point that it makes movements quite difficult. So this symptom is definitely worse upon waking up, but it doesn't go away during the day. And as I also showed in a previous video, I linked to up here, the tremors accompany me throughout the day doing various activities. And that is a very debilitating symptom. Another symptom that I have that is actually a direct leftover of a relapse, namely the first relapse that I had that led me to getting diagnosed, will be difficulty making repeated movements with the right hand. So chopping vegetables with the right hand, where I have to go like, making fine movements in a repeated way, it's as if there's like jello sort of keeping my movements together, preventing me from making these repetitions in a fast way. And everything is going to be sort of like in slow motion. So I'm going to chop the vegetables like this because I'm right-handed. And another thing that is quite inconvenient about this symptom is the double clicking on the mouse. I have to change the settings of my mouse to the lowest speed of the double clicking so that it still registers as a double click if I go click, click. There's a solution for everything, right? And another one of these daily symptoms that I have will be that I will find it hard to switch from one depth, from looking at the camera now to all of a sudden looking back at the window that's about like 50 meters away from me. My eyes will find it hard to adjust. And that's why I have to be very, as I said, very kind to my vision and keep in mind that I cannot expect of it to all of a sudden switch from one range of sight to another. But I do like to exercise this as much as possible. And from seeing close range, I like to rest my eyes looking far away in the distance. So these are the three symptoms that I live with on a daily basis. They're there, and I don't need to do anything to cause them to come to the surface. Now, let's get to the second category, the symptoms that occur when I'm tired, at the end of the day, at the end of a long walk. The symptoms will be, I will start off with the most significant of those, and that will be the drop foot that I experience after walking 1 kilometer. So in miles, that would be like 0.66 miles. I will find it hard to walk. So that's why whenever I go to the city, I always carry my cane with me, even though I'm perfectly able to walk the first 500 meters. I know that after that, I will start to become a little bit clumsier with my steps, and that's when the cane will come in handy. And it gets pretty ugly. I have to say that even though it's not present all the time, when I'm tired, it's definitely more present. I'm much clumsier with my steps. And when I'm exhausted after a long walk, I am directly unable to take one single step. And I have to be carried back home. So that's one of them. The other one that shows its ugly face at the end of the day will be my speech. And not only at the end of the day, but also when I'm tired, when I've been speaking too much. And this is weird because you're used to seeing me speak a lot in these videos, which I do, I'll admit that. But if I'm speaking face to face with someone, I don't know if it's the act of focusing on their face, on their reactions, focusing on how to react to what they're saying, and then having to answer back, to keep up with the conversation, and to smile and to laugh. That will make me exhausted. My whole face will start tingling. And not only my whole face, my whole body, my extremities will start tingling. So much so that after a half an hour conversation, face to face, I will have to go lie down. Another one is that when I'm tired, I find it hard to think properly. I find it hard to remember things properly. And I have to remind myself to take it slowly. And it's the end of the day, you know, it's probably the point of the day where you don't have to do any important things. So that's when I've learned to, from this moment on, I'm gonna slow down. And yeah, I'm not gonna ask too much of myself. So that's it for my symptoms today, 10 years after diagnosis. I would be delighted for you guys to contribute to the conversation and share with us, share with the rest of the community what your symptoms, what your persistent symptoms are today. It's interesting because we all have different experiences. Our bodies are all different. So look forward to hear from you guys. In the meantime, take care. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.